So we've had a conversation, haven't we? Will Luke Littler become the world number one? Most people believe he will, myself included. I think the conversation has changed. It's no longer will Luke Littler become world number one, it's when does Luke Littler become world number one. And it's coming in the very near future as well. Luke Humphries going out the first round of the world match play whilst Luke Littler went and won the world match play. That's closed the gap even more, and that gap's going to close quite significantly over the coming months. A lot of that is due to what we expect Luke Littler to go and do, but also what Luke Humphries got to defend over the next few months. It's major season coming up, all the big TV ranking events coming up at the back end of the year, and Luke Humphries is defending a lot. Ignore the Worlds for now. £153,000 at the Grand Slam. That's in November, as is the Players' Championship Finals. That'll be in November as well. So £273,000 just in those two major events. The World Grand Prix, his first major title he picked up a couple of years ago, £120,000 there. That comes off in October, and then across the next few months, miscellaneous, £77,750. That's Euro Tours, European Championships, Pro Tours, basically any other ranking event that we've not considered yet. Nearly £1 million worth of ranking money up for grabs from Luke Humphries. That's quite significant, and that is an awfully big slice, especially when we take a look at Luke Littler, who is defending nothing. Nothing in October, nothing in November, nothing in September. Anything he goes to and wins is all freebies. It's all extra money. It's all bonuses. And to add to that, if we take a look at the events such as the World Grand Prix, the Slam, the Euros and the Players' Championship Finals, he is guaranteed to add £23,500 to his order of merit just by being in those events. That will go on with nothing to defend. So while Luke Humphries is losing money, Luke Littler is going to be gaining it, closing that gap all the time. Now that's down to the ranking system. Luke Littler on a 2-year system 2 years ago didn't win anything here. Next year he'll be defending, but he'll be defending what he won last year. Complicated, I know. So 2-year ranking system. So basically everything you win today on the 29th, you'll defend on the 29th in 2 years' time. So because there's nothing on there for Littler, it's all gain. So even if he doesn't attend another Pro Tour or European Tour, even if he doesn't win another game, he's still going to close that gap by 23.5. So let's focus on those key points for a second, and I've made you a nice little slide because just chucking numbers at you may get very confusing. The current gap is £297,250 as it stands at the time of making this video. We know Luke Littler is guaranteed to gain £23,500 just by turning up to those events. So we could say the competitive gap between the two is £273,750. That's the competitive gap that needs to be closed over the next few months. Now, before the World Championship, remember I said we'll ignore that for now. We'll ignore the 5,000, 200,000, the £300,000 swing that will come. But we'll ignore that for now, and we'll focus on the 471,250 that needs to be defended. That puts this in equity in favour of Luke Littler, because Luke Humphries is defending 471,250, but the gap is 273. That's absorbed and then some. Luke Humphries will need to win a title and hope Littler goes out in the first round just to get this somewhere around about the 0 mark. And that may need to happen again where Luke Littler goes out early to allow Luke Humphries to get back to that 0 mark before they go into a head-to-head clash at the back end of this year. The World Championships is in December. That's after the £471,000 has come off. I do not see a world right now where Luke Littler does not go into the World Championship as the number 1 seed, as the world number 1. I think right now that's pretty much inevitable unless Humphries goes on and does a lot of special things. And when I say special thing, I don't mean win a few Pro Tours, maybe win a European Tour. They're going to be drops in the ocean compared to this swing of which Luke Humphries needs to make up. It's around about £170,000 just to 0 grade it going into the back end of the year. So Littler has got plenty in hand. But just sticking on Luke Humphries for a little bit, what is the danger here for him? We said defending nearly £1 million. I mean, there's £1 million for the World Championship. Win that, bosh, straight back up there again. But if this doesn't go well for him at the back end of the year, it's not going to be disastrous. It's not going to be one of those slides that we've seen recently, like Nathan Aspinall, who's dropped from like 16 positions down to world number 23, Michael Smith being outside. It's not going to be one of those sort of disastrous drops. Luke Humphries, even if he doesn't defend any of these titles, is going to still stay in the world's top 4. So there shouldn't really be an issue for him going into next year. It'd be future sort of years if he's going to come outside that top 4. That being said, he is one of the best players in the world right now. I think he's going to defend a big chunk of this. I think he's going to just flip places round with Luke Littler and in that sort of 1 and 2 position. I think he goes in number 2. I think he comes out pretty strong as well. You're not going to see Luke Humphries go out of the early in the World Championship, surely. So the purpose of this video is to say, when will Luke Littler become world number 1? I say November 2025. He breaks another record. He's just broke records for the youngest world champion, the youngest Premier League champion, the youngest world match play champion, the most 180s at the match play. He's breaking records left, right and centre. He will be the youngest world number 1 November 2025. That's my prediction. Let me know what you think down in the comments section. I'd love to get a vibe on this one, see what people are thinking. And don't forget, hit that subscribe button. Help me get that 100k subscriber plaque on that little space just there. I'll catch you soon for some more Edgar TV.